glad to take a few minutes with you and get to know you a little bit. You obviously are very driven, and I had a chance earlier to sit with your husband, Raymond, and that dude, I got to tell you, he is a mover and a shaker.
Yes, he is.
Both of you seem very determined to me. I know both of you have big careers. You both have had a lot of success, but tell me a little bit about the business that you're in.
Okay. So, unlike my husband, I run someone else's company. I'm a CEO for hire, but I call myself an entrepreneur. You've heard that before, right? So not gutsy enough to own my own business, but aggressive enough to run someone else's.
Nice.
Very
Yeah.
Nice. And the business that you're running, talk a little bit about that if you can.
Okay. So it's a patented wheelchair that's sold for airports and hospitals. So if you go through Atlanta Airport, it's the red wheelchairs.
Okay.
And me as a CEO, I like to work with people that have a really great product, but they don't know how to take it to market. So like most entrepreneurs, they love their product, and that's what they think runs the business, but it's all the other stuff
Yes.
that I can contribute, or someone like
Yes.
me. Yeah.
Earlier, when me and Meir were doing the interview, I had mentioned to him that one of the things I really took away from this class so far is the relationship and the role of a founder,
Yes.
of a CEO, of the vice president, and so on. And I made the comment to him that in certain businesses, I did act like the founder, but in some I was the CEO, and there was some blurred lines there. And I think that most entrepreneurs at one time or another have that problem. Is that fair, Mike?
Yeah, that was a big one for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
But what I did take away was the CEO is the one with the big stick.
Yes.
So,
But it does work in tandem with the owner.
right.
So, for example, it works for me to have the owner loved, like the gentle
Yes,
person,
yes.
let's say, and I take his goals and I make those real. So, for example, the owner can say, and he did, my mission, which I chose to accept, was 30% growth every year for 5 years. So we did
Wow.
that then, now our 8th year. And then, let's say, post
We need to
Meir
hire her.
Ezra.
I was just going to say that.
You guys have seen me.
was just
I may
gonna
not
say
be
that.
the thing to do, but because you have to deal with all of my CEO behavior.
Like 30% year over year, we'll deal with it.
Yes, but the good news is post Meir Ezra, it was 64%. And most people would say, my husband says 60%, but when it's 64, I want to say 64.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, 4% to a normal company for annual growth is major. How has Meir's, the courses and you connecting with Meir, I know that you're working with the founder, but has that training really changed the dynamics in the company, even though you don't own the company? How has that played into how you're even working with him and creating the proper dynamic there?
The first thing I did is I brought my team here because it's hard to make changes as a CEO by yourself. It looks like a mob when they're looking back at you.
Yeah,
There's a
sure.
lot of people.
Right.
Makes sense.
And the saying is that a CEO sits on a chair with wobbly legs. So the owner may not understand why you're making changes and your employees may not understand. So the thing to do is come to a course and then you get stable so that you can be the one person that they can count on. That it's kind of like when you're in an airplane and there's turbulence. You have to reassure everybody that we're going to get through it.
Yeah. And so Meir allows that if you are going through the course, bring your staff.
Yes, but I think even more so, you know how people want to be reassured that they're going to live. I have to come here to be reassured that I will live.
That's right.
Because otherwise I'm by myself. Who
Sure.
can I talk to?
Sure.
You know?
Yeah. And how many different courses have you gone through with Meir?
I don't know the exact number. Maybe
So several.
10, yes,
Wow.
including coaching.
Man.
And our company is always, let's call it from another person's view, overinvested. But if I have to grow 30% per year,
Yeah.
I need to be basically a new company every single year.
Yeah.
So the old stuff won't work the next year. So
Wow,
I have
that's
to keep
unbelievable.
coming. And part of the reason that I do like Meir's courses is because it's looking at your entire life. So when I first started my, let's say my corporate life, I thought it was like a Charles Dickens novel. It's like I thought life cannot be like this. And so I actually had my own business because I needed to escape from corporate culture. And it was harder by myself. So
Yeah,
I
sure.
really appreciate the entrepreneur that I can partner with.
Sure.
It takes a lot.
Sure.
And you guys create work for other people.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, and I know beyond the shadow of a doubt where you are now, starting your own company. I have no question that you would make a huge success of it. But it sounds like that with the founder and where you're working now is a really good fit for you, and obviously you're bringing them a tremendous year-over-year growth. I have to say, and I'm sure Mike feels this way. How many over the years, Mike? How many CEOs have you hired or developed?
I'm not real good at developing a CEO. I'm better off at hiring them.
Okay, yeah.
Because that role of the owner.
Yeah.
And so, if I have to train one, it's going to be more like I have to do it in a business, and so therefore I'm being the owner and the CEO, and they're following. So. But I've hired a few, and it's with her achievement, I just can't imagine. I mean, I can't imagine.
Well, and you strike me as the type person that's there's always the next. You know, you're not. You don't seem like somebody that suffers with complacency, and I definitely know that's true with your husband. So you guys seem like a really good pair. But listen, it's been great to get to know you a little bit. And I really look forward to keeping up with all of your progress. And I know that even in the class, you're really helping with and impacting others. And people look to you. You're a strong player for sure, no doubt.
Yeah.
So keep up the good work.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.